Hello everyone, this is Movie Recap. Today's film is the sci-fi movie Ex Machina, released in 2014. A rich man creates a beautiful robot, only to have her kill him instead. What really happened to this robot? Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Smith is a programmer. He received an email at work one day. When he clicked on it, he found out that he had won a prize in a company event. Smith was so happy that his colleagues came over to congratulate him. Then Smith got on a helicopter and went to a snowy and icy place. He arrived at an oasis in snow and ice. It was quite remote and there was no cell phone reception. Smith walked a long way to reach the destination. This is a large villa, from the minimalist style, can be seen. The owner should be a top wealthy man. Soon after, Smith finally met the rich man himself. It was the big boss of his company, Nathan. Until this time, Smith did not know that. It turns out that the so-called winning is to spend a week with the rich man. Because in this villa, Nathan is conducting a secret research. If Smith wanted to participate, he had to sign a confidentiality agreement. Smith signed in such a muddle. Nathan also no longer hid, said he was making intelligent robots. Smith's task is to assist him to complete the test of intelligent robots. If Smith cannot tell whether this is a robot or a human, that means this robot has human consciousness. There is also a professional term for this test in the scientific community, called the Turing test. Smith was very excited, and soon he met the robot. She was a female robot named Eva. To ensure safety, Nathan locked Eva in a glass room. Through the glass, Smith saw that Eva only had skin on her face. The wires inside the body were clearly visible, but the facial expressions are still very rich. Since it was the first time to meet, Eva introduced herself. At night, Smith could not sleep, so he was ready to watch TV. After he pressed the remote control, what was playing on the screen was Eva's surveillance video. Smith, who was just bored, looked at it seriously. In the process, the power went out at the villa. The door was automatically locked. Smith was frightened by what had happened. Fortunately, it didn't take long for the power to be restored to the villa. Smith tells Nathan about the power outage. But Nathan said he did not know. He also said that it was normal for the door to be locked after a power failure. This is for security reasons. The incident was over. The next day, before Smith got up, a long-legged girl named Sophia barged into his room and served breakfast. Smith was startled again, and he began to think that the villa was really strange. Immediately afterwards, Smith and Eva had a second meeting. This time, Eva became interested in Smith. Smith also introduced himself this time. However, during the process, the villa once again blackout. The power went out twice in such a luxurious villa. Smith is very puzzled. At this time, Eva quietly tells Smith not to trust Nathan. At dinner, Sophia accidentally spilled a glass of wine on Smith's leg. Nathan immediately treated her like a slave and scolded her severely. Smith can't watch anymore, and quickly pleaded for Sophia. That night, Smith watched Eva from the surveillance again. Because the look is too realistic, he couldn't resist seeing it. Nathan found the opportunity to bring Smith to his own laboratory. Here is where he created Eva. Nathan told Smith, in fact, Eva's brain is a search engine. This is the source of the way Eva learned to think human. Then, Smith and Eva had a third meeting. This chat, neither of them is as embarrassed as before. And Eva even deliberately put on human clothes. Seeing this scene, Smith was obviously excited. Apparently, Smith has unconsciously fallen in love with Eva during this period. In the fourth meeting, the blackout phenomenon also appeared again, and Eva told Smith that the power outage was actually her doing. Smith was very surprised. During this time, Smith also uncovered one of Nathan's lies. That is, Smith did not win the lottery because of luck. It was Nathan who carefully selected him to test Eva. A few days later, Smith and Eva had their fifth meeting. This time, Eva boldly confessed her love to Smith and wanted to be with him. Nathan, however, told Smith after this meeting that, at the end of the test, he would upgrade Eva by erase her memory. This is the same as killing Eva. Smith feels bad about the situation because he doesn't want Eva to die. That day, Nathan gets drunk. Smith takes the opportunity to pull out his access card and slip into Nathan's room. While viewing the classified video, Smith discovers that it turns out that before Eva, Nathan has updated several generations of robots, all female. And Nathan also hid all these generations of robots in the closet. Like a corpse, the scene is very scary. And Smith, in the process of viewing, Sophia also tore her face off. It turns out that she is also a robot. Smith rushed back to his room. After this scene during the day, he could not sleep more. Smith even wondered if he was a robot, too. He went to the mirror, took out the razor blade and cut up the arm. The arm instantly blood flowing. Smith was relieved. After this, Smith and Eva for the 6th meeting. After Eva deliberately cut the power, Smith told Eva that Nathan was going to kill her. He was determined to get Eva out of here. His plan was such that he would get Nathan drunk before tonight. Then, he would change the security procedures of the villa. All Eva had to do was cut off the power to the villa at 10 o'clock. So the glass doors would open automatically. They could leave, and Nathan would be locked in the villa. The plan was perfect. Smith immediately found Nathan to give him a drink. It's strange that Nathan refused to drink today. It turns out that the guy secretly installed a camera in the glass room where they met. As the camera is powered by batteries, not affected by power outages. So Nathan knew their escape plan. Smith, who learned the truth, sat down directly on the couch. And Nathan said, in fact, Eva pretended to fall in love with Smith. The reason why Eva did this was to use Smith to escape. Because Eva has successfully cheated Smith. This means that she passed the Turing test. Now Eva is a perfect robot. At this point 10 o'clock arrived, the villa instantly blacked out. Nathan was still boasting, but Smith said that, in fact, he has already modified the security procedures. This means that this time the power went out. The glass door holding Eva has been opened. Nathan felt bad. He immediately checked the surveillance. Eva was really out of the glass room. Nathan angrily knocked out Smith, and then he picked up the iron bar and ran to the corridor. Eva, at that moment, said something strange to Sophia. When Nathan came, Eva rushed over and grabbed Nathan's neck. But Nathan was so strong that he quickly overpowered Eva. He also used an iron bar to break one of Eva's arms. However, at that moment, Sophia stabbed Nathan from behind. Nathan turned his head in disbelief and broke Sophia's chin with an iron bar. But then Eva pulled out a knife and stabbed Nathan in the chest. Nathan saw that the situation was not good, rushed back. He kept talking to himself, how is this possible? But within 2 steps, he fell to the ground. Eva calmly took out Nathan's access card and found Smith. She tells Smith to stay here. Smith agreed foolishly. Eva took the arm from the eliminated female robot, installed it on her own arm, and gave herself a skin implant. After putting on the clothes, just like a human look, Smith looked dumbfounded. He followed Eva to the door, and found Sophia and Nathan's body was lying in the hallway. Smith sensed that something was wrong, but it was too late. Eva had locked him in the house, and Smith's access card did not have permission to open the door. He shouted wildly, but Eva didn't respond at all. Smith was enraged and smashed the door with a chair. But the glass was too good to smash. He knew that when the police arrived, he would be considered Nathan's murderer. And Eva walked out of the villa. Looking at the flowers and plants outside, she was very happy. Then the helicopter that picked up Smith flew over. Eva got on the helicopter and left the place without any problems. This movie is a thought-provoking science fiction film. In the film, Nathan believes that artificial intelligence will replace humans sooner or later. Someday in the future robots will recall us, just as we recall the original. It's a terrifying fact that we will only use crude language and tools. If you like my story, please don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.